want you to put your hands together and welcome to the stage Pastor Harold Rayford. Come on.
I chose that title because I realized that I am to God what my saxophone is to me. I can do nothing without his help. I can't play, I can't blow, I can't remember the song without his help. So I am to God. I'm just an instrument. I'm not a great musician. I'm not a saxophonist. I'm not a recording artist. I'm nothing but an instrument in God's hands. The reason I'm so excited about the live recording is because it allows me to minister to people, which is what I enjoy doing. And when you're in a live setting, there's a different kind of energy versus being in a studio. The story about how I came to play the saxophone is actually very interesting. When I was in the 6th grade, I went to band and I wanted to play the trumpet for some reason. I think they had enough saxophones or something. And when I went to the music store to pick out my trumpet, I saw a picture on the wall and remembered my oldest sister. We called her Mickey. She played the saxophone in marching band in high school. She's 10 years older than me. And when I walked in the store, I remembered that. I saw a picture, I saw a saxophone on the wall, and I said to my mother, and I remember it to this day, "Mama, I want to play one of those because Mickey played that." And to this day, you know, that's the reason that I play the saxophone, because I wanted to be like Mickey. Obviously, I'm a pastor, so the Word of God is paramount in anything that I do. I'm constantly studying the Word, not just for a sermon or a Bible class, but just for my own personal edification. And so I think that has made a major contribution to who I am and who I am to become. I'm a very devoted person, first of all to God, and secondly to family. My wife and I have been married for 24 years, and we have 2 children. Our son is going to be rapping on one of the songs. He is a senior at the University of Wisconsin, and my daughter is a freshman at Clark Atlanta University. So she won't be here, so shout out to Brooke, but she can't be here tonight. But I'm a very committed person to family. I would say that my sound is unique because it is a combination of gospel, jazz, but not just gospel. I think what makes my sound unique is that I grew up in the church, and I have a first-hand relationship with some of the old gospel, some of the old hymns, the days of an out-of-tune piano, and the drum set consisted of a bass drum and a snare, not necessarily played by the same person. And so some of that comes out in my sound. I feel like I'm in the middle between what we now call contemporary and what is known as traditional gospel music. And then you mix that up with a love for the various genres of jazz, and I think you end up with my sound. My earliest gospel inspiration was Dr. Bernard Johnson. And Dr. Johnson, he was probably, I would say he's the pioneer of what we now call gospel jazz. But it's simply instrumental gospel music. And he was doing this in the 70s, and in our hometown, Fort Worth, Texas, it was not uncommon for him to sell out the convention center. And one day, my aunt, Leslie Mae, took me to a Dr. Bernard Johnson concert. And I was in the 7th or 8th grade. And at that moment, I knew that I wanted to play the sax, and I wanted to play to the glory of God.